This is Silver Surfer Parable. This is the original hardcover that was published by Epic Comics in 1988, written by Stan Lee, drawn by Moebius. And this book kind of reminded me of a few things, thoughts I have of comics and just thoughts I have on Stan Lee. First of all, I'll just talk about the book. This is a nice little hardcover. This is the book without the dust jacket. You've seen this image a million times. And I'm just going to say that if you're going to buy this book, you have to buy this book for the art. The story is absolutely makes no sense. It's out there. When I read this, I first suspected there's no way Stan Lee wrote this. This is something that Moebius came up with, and then Stan Lee put words in, and, you know, as Ellen Moore would say, changed a few these and thous, and then took credit as the writer. I just wanted to flip through it because as much as I think the story makes no sense, and there's an urban legend that Stan Lee kept using the Silver Surfer stories like this one and the one that he wrote with Jack Kirby as pitch material for Hollywood to do movies. I mean, I've seen this picture before too. I kind of believe that is the case. But having said that, we get this beautiful story with Galactus, who's now gotten popular again because of the Fantastic Four movie. It's just really great art. Just really phenomenal stuff. Very few guys in history could draw superheroes and superhero type of characters looking this way. And this is another point that I guess I've wanted to make, is that for me, usually when it comes to comics, it has to be a 50-50. There has to be good art, but it also has to be good story. I think most people, they don't care about the quality of the story if the art's really good. I think it's 75% of the experience is the art, and 25% is the reading of the comic. But to my latter point about whether or not Stan Lee really wrote this, and this is why I like these old trade paperbacks and these old publications, because you can read the story online or in collections, but you don't get all the original back matter. And this is, you know, the experiences Moebius had on creating this comic. And I just want to read a certain excerpt from this. He said, "Before I began, I lived in fear, wondering what I was going to do. Until the very last moment, I had no idea how I was going to draw this book. Then, when I found myself in front of a totally white page, I had to do something." So basically, Moebius is saying that he created this thing. He didn't get a plot from Stan. And this is the same thing that Stan did to Jack Kirby for years and other people, where the artist would come up with a plot and story and the dialogue, and then Stan would massage some of the stuff and then say, well, I'm the writer, because if he says he's the writer, he's going to get more money out of the comic. It's the same thing, but I mean, Moebius isn't saying, well, he's not saying I wrote it, but just from that comment alone, you can tell that he came up with a lot of this stuff. And all this back matter is never, ever reproduced elsewhere. Not in the collections, and especially not online. Maybe if there was in the omnibus collections, they do that, but not really here. You don't see all this stuff. There's another reason why I like all these old trades. So that's it. It's just some thoughts of Silver Surfer Parable, Moebius, Stan Lee, basically grifting on the artist's ability to come up with a plot and story. And that's it. Thanks.